Now on Coast TV News.
It's a first alert weather Friday for accumulating snow. Seeing the snow and some rain increasing across Delmarva right now. And there will be rain at times with the snow. I'll track it on Futurecast and have snowfall totals coming up next.
Debating a wind deal. It's the action that could take place today that would allow a wind energy company access to Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach land.
No-go in Georgetown. The vote by town council there that puts the recreational marijuana industry in doubt.
Seeking the Senate, we take a look at the two candidates currently who are attempting to become the next U.S. Senator from Delaware.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. It's Friday, January 19th, 2024.
Yeah, we continue to track the wet weather, the roads, the closings. The closings can be seen on the crawl on your bottom of your screen. I just want to close the loop. Last half hour we talked about, I got firsthand knowledge of a Cape Henlopen closing from my son. He texted me. But I did do my due diligence. Not that I doubt him, but I checked on Cape's Facebook page to confirm. But yes, Cape is indeed closed. So I just want to close the loop that I'm just not taking the word of my son as 100% valid, even though it was.
He's not like, hey, Dad, schools are closed.
Today,
Oh, I thought they were. No, exactly. Yeah. So I would expect more delays coming in, maybe more closures.
I don't see delays right now. I just see closures.
They're just going full send. Let's just, maybe they all want an early weekend.
Maybe.
And also the roads. I know at least in west from us on the coast, definitely in Maryland, I'm nervous to see the Bay Bridge. I know the roads are getting bad out there, but we're going to check a live look at the roads in more southern Delaware in just a minute. First, we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He joins us with a look at your forecast. Hey, Bob.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. I think we're looking at mainly wet roads in Delmarva right now, or at least in Maryland, Delaware, in our neck of the woods. But farther west, Eastern Shore, D.C., that's where we could be looking at some slick roads right now. But we're mainly above freezing here, and we have kind of a mixed bag going on. Some rain and snow. Just walked outside in Milton, and there it is. There's some of that rain and snow right there. And along the coast, we could be looking at rain, while inland Georgetown, back through Laurel, Delmar, Millsboro could be snow. So it all depends on your location. Farther inland you go, the more it's snow. Along the coast, better chance of rain. Eastern Shore right now, east and back through Cambridge and American Corner, it looks like all snow right now. So the coastal areas dealing with some rain, with snow building in, and that will be the case as low pressure develops and continues with that snow over the top of us. I want to go back to that previous graphic. Winter weather advisory, inland Sussex until 10 o'clock tonight for slick roads and also icy sidewalks. Winter storm warning for Kent County farther to the north. As we're looking at temperatures above freezing right now, some places in the 40s, but it will start to cool down as that rain and snow picks up. So we're looking at the mix along the coast with the snow occasional this morning. Temperatures getting closer to freezing, and by late morning, still kind of rainy along the coast, but then we see the cold air and the snow wrapping in as we go through the afternoon. I think that's when it will start to accumulate. Going for a run today? Well, use extra caution. It's going to be rainy and snowy with temperatures into the 30s. Be careful out there.
You don't have to worry about me running outside, Bob. No worries there. All right, let's take a live look now at Lewis. Is it just me? It looks a little spooky there in Lewis. Clouds coming in, getting ready for snow, I guess you could say.
You're getting ready for something there, Paige. Now, from Lewis to our roads, we know that they got some treatment by DelDOT and MDOT from the snow earlier this week, and that's going to be needed again.
Yes, most likely. When we last checked in with our IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep and Coast TV's Elisa Weber, and it just started to drizzle. Elisa, now the roads are starting to see a little more of this.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. Happy Friday, and I have some good news for everyone. We're driving on Route 113 North, and as you can see outside, it is beginning to snow. So if school is canceled, I'm sure a lot of students are waking up pretty happy this morning, maybe even some teachers. But the roads right now are definitely looking pretty okay. They're in good condition. But as we get further on into the day, it's important to be careful. We're seeing a little bit more people come out now and start their commute for the day. So just watch the roads as we progress with more snow, and we'll have more updates on the roads for you a little later on. Back to you.
Looking forward to that, Elisa. Thank you. Well, states across the country are seeing a lot more snow than we are seeing. This is the scene in Nebraska. The snow coming down there, very heavy. Streets and homes are just covered.
Now, this morning we're continuing to learn more about the gun situation that happened Wednesday at Cape Henlopen High School. A 17-year-old brought a loaded 9mm handgun into the building. We still don't know why the student brought the gun to the school. We do know officials in the school were alerted to the possibility of the gun, but exactly where that information came from has not been made public. Now, we asked the Cape Henlopen School District if they're making any security changes because of what happened. They referred us to existing policies. Delaware State Police say the school resource officer remains on hand at Cape, but any security changes, well, that must come from the district. This does bring us to our CoastTV poll, and we want to know what should be the primary focus of school safety measures.
All right, let's take a look at these updated results. 71% of you say there should be metal detectors in the schools to prevent something like this from happening again. 22% of you say increasing police presence. And then we have the lower numbers here. 1% bag checks, 4% say student counseling, and just 2% saying staff training. A lot of options there. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. Head to coasttv.com or our mobile app.
And happening today, a potential vote by 2 coastal communities on whether or not to sign on to a benefits agreement with U.S. Wind Incorporated. It could be worth $2 million apiece for Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach. This is linked to the construction of an offshore wind farm. $100,000 annual payments would be sent to both beach towns for 20 years in exchange for using land to connect wind farms to the power grid. Now, in Rehoboth Beach, another topic the mayor and commissioners will take up today is parking. They're thinking of increasing parallel parking fines from $15 to $50 and offering a reduced fine for someone who parked if they had a violation and if they paid it quickly. This is part of other amendments to sections of the city's parking codes, including meter zones, fees, and permits.
The future of marijuana businesses in Georgetown looking a bit bleaker after a vote from the Planning Commission. The town's Planning Commission voted 3-2 to not recommend an ordinance that would allow for marijuana-based businesses in town, such as stores, cultivation centers, and testing facilities. As a reminder for those of you at home, towns do have the authority to not allow these businesses in their jurisdictions. It is also important to note this is not the final say. According to town manager Jean Dvornik, town council will also be holding a public hearing on recreational pot business in the coming months, although a date has not yet been set.
Established politician and political outsider. That describes 2 of the candidates who, as of now, will square off in the November general election for Delaware's open U.S. Senate seat.
There are the expected differences on issues. However, the gap not as big as when it comes to one big decision that has affected recent elections.
When the next Congress is sworn in next year, Delaware will have a new U.S. Senator for the first time in 16 years. In 2024, the likely matchup of candidates features a longtime politician and current Representative Democrat Lisa Blunt Rochester and a newcomer to politics, Republican Eric Hansen.
I'm not a politician. I'm a business person and a proud political outsider. I spent a lot of years at Walmart, and my team and I, while I was there, saved about $25 billion for the country.
Both attempting to be a member of the 100-seat Senate that, among its responsibilities, is oversight of presidential appointments.
The Senate is where we confirm those Supreme Court justices and judges, and we know that they make a difference in what kind of freedoms that we have as a country.
From the different definitions of freedom on the abortion issue to the freedom allowed when Americans have more disposable income, we take a look at how Hansen and Blunt Rochester say they will approach these key issues.
I'm running because abortion rights are under attack.
The reality is that Delaware is a pro-choice state. And after Dobbs handed the decision back to the state, so it would be inappropriate for one person going to D.C. to overrule 52 legislators here in Delaware and the choices that they made. There's a lot of people struggling with the economy here in Delaware, and they can't afford electric vehicles. They're very expensive. And 2 is we don't have the infrastructure in place to charge these vehicles. So it makes it really hard to actually own an EV.
Not only does the offshore wind industry have the potential to address the ongoing crisis, but it also has the potential to create good-paying union jobs, health, quality of health, and a more equitable economy.
Here's where we are today. Over 13.4 million new jobs created. Lowest unemployment rate in 50 years.
Prices are higher for gas. Prices are higher for rent. Prices are higher for, inflation is still high. Interest rates are high. It is making it really difficult for Delawareans.
We want to note that scheduling conflicts did not allow us to be able to have a sit-down interview with Representative Blunt Rochester. Her campaign did promise us that we would have an opportunity to do so later in the year.
We're going to take a live look now at Washington, D.C. Lawmakers working up until the very last second there, as the deadline to avoid a partial government shutdown is at 11:59 tonight.
Yeah, signature from President Joe Biden, the last step to enact a stopgap funding bill.
And despite their differences, lawmakers are increasingly focused on something they have in common. Amy Kiley shows us how they can all agree that in order to get anything done, they need to work together.
Nobody wants to vote for a CR. It's always going to be like that.
Maybe not, but a continuing resolution to fund the government is through Congress just in time to avoid a partial shutdown tonight.
My colleagues and I worked late into the evening.
Now, a stroke of the president's pen creates new funding deadlines of March 1st and 8th.
Is it enough time? We're months beyond the timeline.
Republicans are quick to reiterate their to-do list.
We should be getting closer to a final budget agreement.
We need to make certain that we stem the flow at the border.
To make sure that we don't bankrupt the greatest country in the history of humanity.
Lawmakers are showing signs they could cooperate on those issues. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson have some agreement on the budget. Leaders from both parties say they want to address the migrant crisis, and some Democrats argue controlling the national debt could help protect programs like Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare.
Social Security is on life support today.
But passing bills aimed at those issues requires bipartisanship.
For some, doing nothing is an option. To me, that is not an option.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Now, all of this comes as President Biden will make his way to our coast later tonight. In 2023, Biden made 30 trips to Delaware. 11 were to his North Shore's home. The president is scheduled to stay for the weekend, and he'll leave on Monday. A temporary flight restriction is scheduled for the Delmarva coast beginning at 6 tonight, and it ends at 11:15 on Monday.
We have more news for you in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Still ahead, a new museum in the works in Ocean City. We're showing you how organizers plan to preserve the history of the town.
Also, flooding in one community. It's causing health dangers. We'll tell you one man's story after first responders could not get to him.
And Apple topping sales. We'll tell you the big company Apple beat out in a new sales report. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Not sure what to get your Valentine this year? How about a new walk-in shower from Baths by Spicer Brothers? Right now, through February 14th, save 14% off your entire project and take advantage of no interest and no payments for 18 months. Plus, receive a set of 2 luxury bathrobes. And your new shower can be installed in as little as 1 day with factory-certified 5-star installation guaranteed. Don't miss out. This offer ends February 14th. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Plumbing problems?
If your toilet won't flush and your water stops running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Heating problems?
If it's cold outside and the heater's not running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Marital problems?
Yeah, call that guy.
If your toilet won't flush and your water stops running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
For all your plumbing and heating needs.
6:14 on this snowy and rainy Friday morning. Really depends on your location. Probably rain in Rehoboth right now, 40, as we're looking at a wet boardwalk. But inland areas, it is snow. So I think we have a kind of a battle going on between rain and snow along and east of 113. Rain and a rain-snow mix with snow farther to the west. And I think the radar is having a hard time with this precipitation. But we do know that it is snow for the eastern shore of Maryland. Bay Bridge is really slick and snow-covered right now. Temperatures are above freezing right now, but they will tend to come down as the intensity of the snow picks up. And the bus stop forecast, as we mentioned earlier, we have a crawl running with the school closings. A slew of schools are closed, but if they are open, it's treacherous out there. Deteriorating conditions throughout the day with snow-covered sidewalks and roads. 34 off to school with the snow and rain, and heading home pretty much the same.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Well, with that snow and colder temperatures hitting us this weekend, Delmarva Power is issuing several tips to boost energy efficiency and reduce your costs. Now, some key techniques for limiting energy usage include checking your thermostat, always a good idea. That can actually save you about 2% on your heating bill for every degree that you lower it. Also on the list, the need to adjust your blinds. Maybe keep them open, get some sunshine in, as well as checking for air leaks and lowering the temperature on your hot water heater or your hot water tank.
Delaware Senate Bill 202, it focuses on first responders, and it has passed the committee stage in Dover. Now, according to the General Assembly, it's signed into law. It will increase death benefits for families of police, firefighters, and paramedics who die in the line of duty. And this bill raises that benefit from $200,000 to $375,000.
Google searches on some Android phones about to become a lot more powerful thanks to new AI tools. One is called Circle to Search, and this allows users to circle or highlight items that appear on their smartphone screens and learn more about them. That sounds pretty cool. Circle to Search launching on January 31st on select premium Android smartphones. Here, maybe it's your phone. This includes Samsung Galaxy S24, the Pixel 8, and the Pixel 8 Pro.
Apple is now the top seller of smartphones in the world, with sales now topping Samsung, ending that company's 12-year run at the top of the list. The change in ranking comes after a tough year that saw consumers hesitant to upgrade their smartphones and instead choosing cheaper handsets due to high inflation and economic uncertainties.
Still ahead this morning, flooding causing more than just driving dangers. We're showing you one man's challenge after being stuck inside his home.
And temperatures just above that freezing mark on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp. 33 in Laurel. Looks like some rain, snow on the lens right there. Take it extra slow. We're looking at the snow and rain all day long. I'll track it on Futurecast, have snow totals, and talk about a frigid weekend coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
At JD Asphalt, your driveway is our reputation. So we bring an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site to ensure we deliver fast, premium results that's built to last.
JD Asphalt, built on family values
that have and will last as long as our asphalt. Paving a path to your satisfaction. Call now and ask about our 0% financing options available for up to 18 months. JD Asphalt, a family company for over 50 years.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
It is 6:19 a.m. on this Friday morning, and we're taking a live look now, once again, at Rehoboth Beach, as we still are getting that rainy snow mix, depending on where you are. Bob, as we move along this morning, more cancellations as more of that system moves into our area.
Yeah, in the biz, Matt, we like to call that a mixed bag of precipitation because that's what we have. We have the rain at the coast right now, temperatures in the low 40s, but you go farther inland and we have the colder air there and the snow. So let's go over the winter weather advisory we have now for Sussex County. It includes Seaford, Georgetown, Delmar, and Frankfort. It excludes the immediate coast because I think we're seeing rain and temperatures above freezing there. It's inland that will be seeing the impacts with the snow on the sidewalks and the roads. Also, make sure to scan the QR code. You want the CoastTV weather app to get you through the storm and the cold air this weekend. Farther north in this pink color, it's a winter storm warning for Kent County until 10 o'clock. They'll probably see in excess of 4 inches of snow. Now on clouds and radar, you can see it's kind of a mixed bag of precipitation. We have the rain-snow line kind of wavering across Delaware right now. So basically 113 points east, it might be rain or rain-snow mix, and then farther to the west in the colder air, it is snow. No matter how you cut it, it's nasty out there. Snow farther to the west, southwest corner of Delaware to the east, a mixed bag or just plain rain. That's also the case into Maryland, Eastern Shore. That's where we have the snow. We know the Bay Bridge is treacherous right now. It's snow covered, slushy, and slick. We're looking at rain and snow continuing to move across the area as we're watching low pressure developing to our south and west, and that will keep the snow going basically all day on and off. Temperatures still above freezing, but as that snow picks up in intensity, that temperature gets closer to freezing, and that's when we'll see more of that sticking snow. So 7:30, not showing a lot on the radar as far as the snow and rain, so it might let up at times, it might pick up at times, but rain along the coast as we go into 10:30 with mid-30s there, but inland, that's when we're looking at the snow, and you start seeing these brighter blue colors. That's indicating more intense snow, especially into the afternoon as our winds turn to the north and west. Northern and northeast Sussex County could see higher accumulation because of the air and the wind coming off of Delaware Bay, kind of an enhancement there. We still continue the snow showers through 6 p.m., but note how temperatures drop below freezing. So anything that melted during the day will refreeze, could be really treacherous. Lots of black ice tonight into tomorrow morning as temperatures tumble into the low 20s by Saturday morning and only into the low to mid 20s Saturday afternoon with clouds and flurries. Right now we're thinking about an inch or two from Lewis to Long Neck, back through Georgetown, Seaford, and Delmar, and then farther south, northern Maryland, southeast corner of Delaware, a dusting to an inch of snow, and then north of Highway 9, northern Sussex into Newcastle County and Kent County, 2 to 4 inches of snow. And then the cold air for the weekend, feeling like teens tonight and single digits as we go into Saturday. It's a weekend you just want to stay inside because it will be brutally cold, not only with the air, but with the wind. And then things do start to moderate a little bit by Sunday and especially next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Snow and rain today, 36 with the first alert day, 27 Saturday, 33 Sunday, and then a nice warm up next week. We start at 40 on Monday. We're into the 50s by Wednesday, around 55 with rain, 58 on Thursday, and still looking wet at that time.
All right, thanks. If you drive through the Fox Hollow community after it rains, you'll likely see roads covered with water. And one man who lives there tells Coast TV that he sometimes goes days without mail delivery. However, his biggest challenge presented itself recently when he fell and hit his head and an ambulance could not get to his driveway.
They got me up, they got me in here, they put me into a concussion protocol, and I called my doctors at Penn, and Penn said, just stay there.
And the Sussex Conservation District tells Coast TV News that it was originally asked to help find solutions a few years ago, and they're still looking into flooding fixes.
Don't forget, we have been announcing to you that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in your news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Please visit and follow our brand new page. Head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC, or you can scan that QR code that's on your screen right now to stay connected with us.
Up next on Coast TV News today, highlighting the history in Ocean City. We're going to show you the progress so far and when you can expect this attraction to open.
Rounding up your weekend plans, the performances, nature events, and ways you can give back. Stay tuned for the cool things to do this weekend.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
I've decided to go to a refugee camp that needs doctors.
Oh!
bone saw.
No, we can save at least some function.
No.
Do you have cannula?
No, we're not set up for that. You forgot how it works in a camp.
We could save his arm.
Transplant, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
They're boarding the plane. They believe they're about to make their great escape.
Arrested at the airport, the jailhouse calls that sent the FBI after the 73-year-old grandmother.
Are you kidding me right now?
Dateline tonight, 9/8 Central.
We were thinking about doing this garage to get the dust and everything off the floor. We decided to call Pinnacle Concrete Coating. He gave us a color option. There must have been 12 or 14 different colors to choose from. Everything they said they were going to do, they did perfect. And they worked, man, I tell you what, those guys worked so doggone, they said they could do it in 8 hours, and they did it in 8 hours. This is not a garage no more, it's a room for my vehicle. That's what I love about it. Call up Pinnacle, and I guarantee you'll be happy.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, from Lewiston, Maine. Part of our continued reporting. This is what a country in war looks like. Women, children. What is it like? Countless neighborhoods across the region that look just like this. Everybody good? It took for all this damage to occur.
Weather shapes our lives. At CoastTV, our First Alert weather team is always at work.
We have a strong line to begin to press its way through.
Coverage that prioritizes you.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware.
The First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
Heidi Klum is here. And on my next show,
give it up for the one and only Carmen!
Friday at 2 on CoastTV.
You can experience Ocean City's rich history in a new museum coming this summer. Project manager for the town of Ocean City, Joe Kurtz, is going to walk us through the inside of the soon-to-be museum.
So this is our main floor area. It's pretty much going to be a big open floor plan. Back in here, we're going to have a bathroom and a handicap bathroom and a little area for our utilities, everything like that.
And once Joe Kurtz and his team put some final touches together, the Ocean City Museum will be up and running this coming summer.
All right, First Alert meteorologist Bob Try, he joins us again. And Bob, you might have some breaking news for people in Milton that'll make some people a little happy today.
Absolutely. Just looked outside. We've got big, fat snowflakes falling down. It looks like it's just all snow in Milton right now. And it looks like the rain has now moved away, so it's just snow. And that's what we're looking at. Some rain along the coast as we go through the day. A rain-snow mix there, but snow inland, 35 in Laurel, 35 in Millsboro. The farther west you go, the more it's going to be snowy. Easton, 33, 36 Vienna, Federalsburg, 34. Lesser snow farther to the south because you're warmer, 39 in Pocomoke City, hardly any snow in Chincoteague, 41 Ocean City, 39. Could see a trace to an inch there, the same for Berlin as well. And we'll continue to see that snow picking up in intensity today. And then it's 1-2 punch for a moment in winter, a bitter cold weekend on the way. Much more on this frigid forecast coming up.
Yeah, speaking of the weekend, Bob, saddle up because it is time to solidify those weekend plans, whether or not.
Yeehaw! You'll know why I said that in a second. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us the events that'll keep you warm indoors and where you can go if you do want to brave the cold and spend time in nature.
It's easy to plan for a warm, relaxing weekend at home when the weather is this cold all week, but hold your horses. We are rounding up the events you don't want to miss. For the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, this isn't their first rodeo. The Lone Star Rodeo is a tradition of 25 years and counting. Watch performers ride bareback and saddle and set your sights on steer wrestling, barrel racing, bull riding, and other fast-paced entertainment. Cowboys and cowgirls who are 10 and younger can enter a costume contest. If you're thinking about heading to the movies this weekend, here's an extra reason. January is National Blood Donor Month. The Movies at Midway is partnering with the Blood Bank of Delmarva for a special blood drive on January 20th. Donors can contribute to this vital cause and receive a free movie ticket in return. The drive is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Research your colonial ancestors at the Lewis Public Library on Saturday. The Sussex County Genealogical Society is holding an event from 10 a.m. to noon. Organizers say resources will be provided about the European settlement. The session is offered in person and on Zoom. Meanwhile, a youth yoga class is offered at the Georgetown Library from 10 to 11 a.m. Saturday. The event page says the practice will include balancing yoga, games, mindfulness, activities, songs, and dancing. If you want to brave the January chill, Delaware State Parks has several events on Saturday to let you immerse yourself in nature. In Fort Miles, you can tour Battery 519 and learn about its construction in 1941 under the threat of war. Take a nature art walk in the Cape and Lopin State Park, put pencil to paper, and sketch the forms you see. Or a Paint a Snowy Cottage event at a fundraiser at Killens Pond. You can also learn how animals hide at the Nature Center there. Lots of these events require tickets or pre-registration, so head over to the article on CoastTV.com for the links to claim your spot.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
It's been a tough year, but we couldn't be more thankful.
With your help, we've raised more than $300,000 for Bless Our Children.
Hi, I'm Elisa Titus with Shell Brothers, and we would like to give an extra special thank you to all the businesses, groups, organizations, and individuals who stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge and donated $1,000 or more to the Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Your generosity allowed us to give holiday funds to local charitable organizations on Delmarva. You can feel proud that you helped make the season brighter for many local families on Delmarva.
On behalf of Draper Media and Shell Brothers, a heartfelt thank you to you all.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Hey Dawn, did you ever get the wind damages on your roof repaired?
I did. I called Morse Roofing and Siding. The owners were prior insurance adjusters and they guided us through the entire insurance process.
That is great news.
They didn't just repair it. Morse Roofing and Siding replaced my entire roof with very little out-of-pocket money from us. We saved thousands.
Give me their number so I can have them look at my roof.
For your complimentary roof inspection, give Morse Roofing and Siding a call at 302-663-0042 or visit them on the web.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. This is Coast TV News Today.
January 19th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
6:32 a.m. on this Friday. First alert.
Yep.
Weather Day Friday. We continue to track the snow for you, the rain, and the closings. You can see those on the crawl on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, a lot going on. Even just an hour ago, we were like, oh, there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think some people in this room were doubting if they made the correct call.
But you should never doubt Bob Tri-Heat, right, Bob?
Well, I don't know about that. But I was never worried, No, we saw the rain and snow falling aloft, and it took a while to overcome that dry air, but now it has, and we're seeing the snow in Milton, much of inland parts of Delaware and Maryland. It's along the coast that we're seeing the rain. You see the rain-snow line on the radar pushed farther inland. I think it's a little farther to the east as we are seeing the snow in Milton, probably snowy in Georgetown, and definitely snowy farther back to the west. Millsboro, some rain and snow for you. Selbyville, also the same. Wango, back into Salisbury, seeing the snow, and the Eastern Shore for sure seeing the snow as we continue to watch this big mess of precipitation moving through. We're tracking a low pressure, and we're going to be in the snow all day. Inland Sussex County, winter weather advisory until 10 o'clock. Winter storm warning for Kent County. They could see in excess of 4 inches of snow. And where it's snowing hard, it's just above freezing now, Greenwood into Redden. But as that snow comes down even harder, temperatures will fall closer to the freezing mark. Here's Futurecast with that mixing messy mess along the coast with some rain and snow, but then the snow building in as we go through the late morning hours, still some rain along the coast. And as we go into the afternoon, we'll see colder air, temperatures falling below freezing, and that snow will really start to stick to roads and sidewalks. So you really want to be careful into the afternoon as we continue the snow on and off, much more on this system, and a very cold weekend on the way coming up in just a bit.
Bob, thank you so much. Now, I'll be honest. I asked our team to show us the Bay Bridge cameras because, well, I'm going there after work today. But I know a lot of you cross the Bay Bridge, too, on Fridays for the weekend. Look, it's not looking very good. We were also looking on the actual bridge itself. This looks like it's one of the entrance exits. You can't even see the lines on the bridge. Cars seemingly are flying. I do think they should slow down.
Yell at that guy, Paige.
I need to. Hey, slow down, mister. Just kidding. We can't tell how fast they're going. It just looks really fast. But I actually don't know if I'm going to cross over, because that's frightening me a little bit.
Yeah, no, and that's understood, Paige.
Yeah.
You know, so from that scene here that we're showing you, it's about, an hour, hour and a half, depending on where you are on the peninsula. We're going to talk about the roads in our area. So the last time we checked in with Coast TV's Elisa Weber, she was starting to see the snow just starting to hit the roads around our area.
Yeah, it didn't look like the Bay Bridge, Elisa, but that snow definitely starting to come down.
Matt and Paige, if you look outside right now, it is beginning to look like, well, a winter wonderland. So we should never doubt Bob, because he was correct. We were going to get snow around 6:30. And as we are driving back to Milton from Georgetown, we're on Route 9. Definitely need to be careful as more people are out here on the roads, as you can see, headed to work, headed to start their day. And just make sure you're always cautious. Now, there are going to be salting earlier. Today they were putting down brine, so later they'll be putting down salt. But it's still important to be careful. And you know what? Thank those who help keep the road safe. My dad's out plowing in New Jersey right now, so I know the stress with that. So thanks to all of those who keep the road safely. And in Georgetown, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Good message there. Thank you, Elisa. Well, over in our nation's capital, ahead of the snow that we're getting now, they were preparing. You can see the salt trucks getting ready to treat the roads that Elisa was talking about. Cold emergency in the nation's capital. It's extended through the weekend.
As we move on this morning in Georgetown, the hot smoke blowing in a new direction. It had looked like the town was going to buck the trend, actually allow recreational businesses to operate there.
Yeah, that was some of the trends that we were seeing there. But as Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert reports, a recent vote from the town committee is changing the outlook.
The marijuana business debate is heating up in the county seat. The town's planning commission voted to not recommend an ordinance that would establish marijuana businesses to the town council.
I think it's like anything. It's change, and sometimes we're very comfortable with it, and sometimes we're not. But I think the process is important, to have the public hearings, the public to come out and to share their perspectives, both pro and con.
This comes after a public hearing where both sides made their case. I did speak with multiple people today who did not want to get on camera, but they were all against allowing these types of businesses here in Georgetown for various reasons. One person said that they don't understand why marijuana is even necessary to begin with, and others saying they just simply didn't belong here in the county seat. John Peterson spoke at the hearing and believes marijuana is misunderstood.
There is no statistically sound, scientifically proven relationship between marijuana and hard addictive drugs. There's a lot of misconceptions about marijuana that have persisted year after year, decade after decade.
For now, the future of marijuana in Georgetown is still up in the air, subject to change depending on which way public opinion blows. I'm Charles Reinert in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
Now, it's important to note that this is not the final say there. According to town manager Gene Dvornik, town council will hold a public hearing on recreational pot businesses in the coming months, though a date has not yet been set.
Happening today, Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach are both set to discuss a major proposal from U.S. Wind. The proposed community benefits agreement, potentially worth $2 million over 20 years, is linked to the construction of an offshore wind farm. This agreement aims to provide annual payments to both beach towns, signifying a substantial investment in local renewable energy initiatives.
The Association of Coastal Towns, they're opposing a proposed plan by DNREC regarding beach replenishment. This after DNREC held a meeting to discuss its new beach replenishment initiative. Its proposal requires coastal communities to cover substantial costs. It could lead to higher charges for beachgoers. It argues the plan threatens the local economy, impacting jobs and tax revenues. Bethany Beach says that this initiative needs public and legislative review and revision.
A signature from President Joe Biden is the last step to enact a stopgap funding bill.
You know, what this does, it prevents a partial government shutdown that was set to take effect tonight.
Yeah, lawmakers now showing signs they could cooperate on some key issues.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Speaker Mike Johnson, they have some agreement on the budget. One of the big issue leaders from both parties say they want to address is the illegal migration crisis. Also new this morning, Hunter Biden will sit for a deposition next month. The House Oversight and Judiciary Committees announced that the deposition will be closed doors, and it will take place on February 28th. Hunter Biden will appear before the committees and offer his testimony. This is part of the impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
Now, all of this comes as President Biden is making his way to our coast later tonight. In 2023, President Biden made 30 trips to Delaware. 11 of those were to his North Shore's home. The president is scheduled to stay for the weekend, and then he'll leave Monday. A temporary flight restriction is scheduled for the Delmarva coast beginning at 6 p.m. tonight, and it ends at 11:15 on Monday.
More to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, a bone weighing over 300 pounds was found in Sussex County. Take a look at that. We'll tell you what the Mayor Institute plans to do with it now.
Also, Thursday night, high school girls basketball. We have the highlights of early college, high school, and Woodbridge from the Delmarva Sports Network.
And also ahead, farm equipment causing some safety concerns. We're telling you what farmers are speaking up about after Ag Week just passed in the first state. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to WBOCEvents.com.
Wow! It looks great in here! Hey, Mark! I'm here to help, buddy! Sounds good! We're a little short-staffed. No problem! I brought my crew! Well, why not? Let's get started! Everybody needs a hot tub. Yeah! Who doesn't need a pool toy? Hey, put it back! So what you got here? It's a Finley O sauna for all your aches and pains. Yeah! So come see us at our new showroom, Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford. Why not?
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
This is like our forever home. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Pinnacle concrete coating actually showed me this particular floor here, which is tidal wave. I was told, I'm done. I'm good, just let's start. When it was done, I probably sat out there for 20 minutes and just staring at the product before I went back into the house. This is not a garage, this is an extension of my home. I'm just thrilled to death with this floor. We get a discount for being a veteran. It made you real warm and fuzzy knowing that you're dealing with somebody like that. You know, I'm just impressed with what they did, it was awesome.
6:42 on this Friday morning, and I found a nice snowy camera to share. This is the Bay Health Cam from Kent County, Milford, and boy, look at the snow. Low visibility, that snow is sticking there. And you get closer to the coast, and that snow, well, becoming more like rain, especially along and east of 113. Some rain in Millsboro right now and along the coast, but farther inland, that is where it's snow, and that snow is coming down pretty heavy, especially you go into the eastern shore of Maryland. We saw the video earlier of the Bay Bridge. It is slick and snow-covered. Be extra careful out there. Temperatures above freezing for a lot of us, so a lot of the snow is not sticking yet, but when it comes down hard enough, it will. So watch out for the slick roads and sidewalks. I gave it the red light for the morning and afternoon commute, especially into the afternoon. Temperatures dipping below freezing, becoming especially treacherous as we go into Friday evening. Be careful out there.
Definitely, Bob. Thank you so much. Safety concerns were raised over farm equipment on roads in Delaware. At Delaware Ag Week, farmers highlighted the need for better safety measures like enhanced lighting on farm equipment. The Delaware Farm Bureau plans to address this topic further at their safety conference coming up in March.
Big crash in Kent County damaged both vehicles and homes involved. We got some photos to show you. This happened on South Main Street. Magnolia Volunteer Fire Company says 2 vehicles crashed into 2 separate buildings, one of them right there. The agency says several patients were involved with this. Firefighters say due to the extensive damage, the Kent County Special Ops Team was called to help secure the structure before the vehicle was removed. Crews could also be seen sawing wood on the scene there.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. A girls basketball battle in Dover last night. The top team in the Henlopen South Early College High School facing the number 3 squad, Woodbridge. ECHS hung in at the start, and it was a 2-point game after the first, but late in the second, Woodbridge started to pull away, and they had a 15-point lead going into the third. Then the Blue Raiders went on to win it 66-38 over the Hornets. For ECHS, Janiah Dukes dropped 8 points and Marche Brown scored 10. On the other side, Woodbridge's Reagan Robinson led the way with 23 points. Tiana Neal had 19 and Anaya Taylor added 10 points. Last night was the 4th win in a row for Woodbridge, all by at least 20 points, and they improved to 6-2 on the season. Next up, Woodbridge takes on Laurel, while the Hornets move to 8-2 and take on Delmar next. Over to the ECAC Conference, Delmarva Christian took care of business as they defeated Salisbury Christian School 80-48 in boys basketball. The Royals had 4 players scoring double digits, with Mason Bohinski dropping a game-high 15 points. To Bayside Hoops, Y-High defeated Parkside in a close one with a 52-49 score. The Tribe improves to 6-5 on the year. The Rams fall to 6-6 on the season and are looking to stay above 500 next week against Mardella on Tuesday. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Hey Delmarva, here's what's happening today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
We're going to be introducing you to a new top producer with our friends from the Parker Group.
And yeehaw, we're going to the Lone Star Rodeo.
And VB Healthcare is introducing us to a large furry friend. One of their therapy dogs is going to be coming in the studio.
So excited for that. All of that and more happening today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
I always set my DVR at 4 o'clock to Coast Life. Absolutely. Tune in then. Look at this Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp. Ooh, boy, looking snowy and wet on that camera there. Just above freezing in Laurel. We're looking at a messy day with rain and snow and accumulating snow and slick spots. I'll have snow totals tracking on Futurecast and talk about a brutally cold weekend after the break.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Heidi Klum's latest loves.
This is Ushi and Jäger, like Jägermeister.
And on my next show,
give it up for the one and only
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
Next Jeopardy!
What was your way of celebrating?
Eating at the Waldorf Astoria. Thank you so much, because I've just got 3 more payments.
Friday at 7:30 on Coast TV. The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day.
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
The biggest names, only on Today.
Worth coming this early, right?
Stick around, y'all. These guys are going to be back.
We work here now.
Legit legend right here in Studio 1.
We got Olivia Rodrigo.
We're just getting started, folks.
This is Scarlett. She would like to direct the show.
Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
It is 6:48 on your Friday morning. We are going to take a live look at Laurel. That is not looking good, Bob. We just looked at the Bay Bridge. A live look at Laurel. I know that that camera is higher up, so that might be why it's shakier than most, but this is turning into a wild morning, Bob.
It is a wild morning, and you can really gauge the intensity of snow by visibility, and you can see that camera there. It does look kind of hazy and foggy, telling us that that snow is beginning to come down pretty hard, and especially west of us, really hard eastern shore of Maryland. So, be careful out there. If you don't have to travel today or tonight or even tomorrow, just stay in, hunker down, and enjoy the snow and eventually the cold. And make sure you have the CoastTV weather app. You need that for the storms and the in-between times as well. Interactive radar. You can see where the rain snow line is on there, hour by hour forecast, an important tool to have when we have situations like this. And we've got a situation, we've got accumulating snow. It's mixing in with rain at times, especially along the coast. And then this evening, I'm concerned about flash freezing. Anything that melts, roads, sidewalks, will freeze quickly as temperatures plunge below freezing this evening. So icy roads and sidewalks, be extra careful this evening, tonight, and tomorrow. And this weekend is cold. I don't even know if I want to go outside. It's going to struggle to get to 32 by Sunday, but it's going to feel like single digits pretty much the entire weekend. So let's unpack this. Winter weather advisory, inland Sussex County. This goes until 10 o'clock tonight for accumulating snow. Also slick roads and sidewalks. The exclusion is right along the coast where we have mainly rain, and a lot of this will not be sticking. While farther to the north, it's a winter storm warning for Kent County and Newcastle and points north, where they'll see in excess of 4 inches of snow. And those winter weather advisories also extended to the eastern shore of Maryland and into the northern part of Wycomico County as well. We see the battle with the rain snow line here. We're looking at rain and a rain snow mix east of 113. Farther inland, it is just plain snow. So it might look green in Laurel and Delmar, but it might actually be snow. So don't necessarily count on this to be totally accurate. We are looking at snow for sure across the eastern shore of Maryland as we're watching this activity moving through, and we'll be in and out of the snow and rain all day, as most places are above freezing. But Milford, Greenwood now at 32, that's where we're seeing that sticking snow. So here's future casts throughout the day, looking at maybe some rain or a rain snow mix along the coast with temperatures in the mid-30s. By this afternoon, we start seeing the falling temperatures. You see the brighter blue colors indicating some of the heavier snow. That's when it will really accumulate, and that continues into this evening. Then I talked about that flash freezing with the falling temperatures into the 20s, teens and low 20s by tomorrow morning. It's going to be a very cold and windy Saturday, highs into the 20s. 1 to 2 inches of snow for Sussex County, Long Neck, back through Millsboro, Seaford, Delmar, Georgetown. Points south, dusting to an inch. Farther to the north, north of Highway 9, into areas in northern Sussex County, on into Kent County, 2 to 4 inches of snow. And those feels like temperatures single digits as we go into Saturday. It does get a little better by Sunday, but very, very cold behind the snow. Holiday of a 7-day forecast, 36 to the rain and snow today, 27 Saturday, 33 on Sunday. Then we do warm it up next week with 50s and rain beginning on Wednesday.
Weather updates, especially for today, make sure you pull out your phone real quick and just scan that QR code. That'll take you to our First Alert Weather app. That you can download the app for free, and you'll get all the weather updates you need all day long. This next story, it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. A huge whalebone was discovered on Sussex shores. It weighs hundreds of pounds. Take a look at it. According to the Mare Institute, it's a 12-foot-long jawbone. A jawbone. You can see it on your screen. It weighs up to 400 pounds. The Institute says the bone could be from a species larger than the fin whales. It was buried for a long time, as shown by its dark color. Experts are trying to figure out exactly which kind of whale it came from.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. This is also impressive. It's a winter wonderland on our Bay Health camera in Dover as the snow continues to fall. I'll have much more on the storm and the weekend cool down. It's going to be frigid, but a big warm up into next week with a January thaw. Your 10-day forecast after the break.
Is your crawl space wet and has a bad odor? Did you know the air you breathe in your home starts in your crawl space? Dark, damp spaces breed mold and mildew, which can be linked to allergies and asthma. Our dry time crawl space encapsulation will solve your moisture problems for good. Enjoy a drier, healthier, and more energy efficient home thanks to our unique understanding and experience of successful treating and eliminating crawl space moisture.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless. Bay to Beach Builders is celebrating 20 years of helping families on Delmarva turn their dreams into reality. As one of the highest-rated home builders in the nation, we pride ourselves on offering the best home building experience. Choose from our award-winning home designs, or we can customize a plan that's tailored to your lifestyle. With Amish-built homes starting in the low 200s, we have a home for every stage of life and every budget. Start your journey by visiting one of our 2 convenient locations, or learn more at baytobeachbuilders.com.
Life isn't always easy. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to work through life's more challenging problems. At Addiction Medical Facility, we are here for you, believing in your strengths to overcome any obstacle. Whether it's addiction to substance use disorders or mental health issues, there's hope for a better tomorrow. Together, we can tackle what is holding you back. Our medication-assisted treatment combines FDA-approved medication with counseling, offering a holistic approach tailored to your needs. Addiction Medical Facility. Together, we find hope and healing.
Treat yourself to a culinary journey like no other at Benvenuto. Delaware Today named Benvenuto as a 2023 Best of Delaware Dining and Event Restaurant, where the perfect fusion of comfort, exquisite flavors, and a captivating atmosphere awaits you. Our passion for exceptional cuisine shines through every dish as we artfully combine international flavors and fresh, locally sourced ingredients. With stunning spaces and a private room for special occasions, our breathtaking Tuscan design sets the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
On the next Tamron Hall, DIY oh my.
I take my DIY seriously.
I see, girl. From furniture to fashion.
Oh.
This is stunning. Meet the social media design superstars with secrets they say we all need to try.
I love that.
And find out why her DIY prom dress went viral.
This took me 4 months.
That is phenomenal. On the next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on CoastTV.
It's now 6:55. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. New fallout after a 17-year-old brought a loaded 9mm handgun to Cape Henlopen High School. Many people we spoke with said they had no idea how this happened, and of course, they feel very scared about the situation. This morning, we still don't know exactly why the student brought the gun to school. We did ask Cape Henlopen School District if they're making any security changes because of this, but they did refer us to the existing policies. Delaware State Police say that the school resource officer remains on hand, but any security changes must come from the district.
Future of marijuana businesses in Georgetown, it's looking a bit bleaker after a vote from the Planning Commission. The town's commission there voted 3-2 to not recommend an ordinance that would allow for marijuana-based businesses such as stores, cultivation centers, and testing facilities. It's important to note that it's not the final say on this. According to town manager Gene DeBornick, Town Council will also hold a public hearing on recreational pot businesses in the coming months, though a date there has not yet been set.
President Biden is making his way to our coast later tonight. It was in 2023. Biden made 30 trips to Delaware, 11 of those to his North Shores home. The president is scheduled to stay throughout the weekend, and he'll leave Monday. A temporary flight restriction is scheduled for the Delmarva coast, 6 o'clock tonight through 11:15 a.m. on Monday. It's now 6:56, almost 6:57. We're going to take a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Paige, with the snow today, a good day maybe just kick back, put a pot roast in the slow cooker.
I do have a pot roast in my car right now.
So I heard.
It's
being refrigerated.
It's cold
as
enough.
we speak.
It's cold enough to leave it in my car, so just no one go into my car.
It is cold enough. It is cold enough. And I do have to say, we're seeing some pretty steady snow right now in Milton, guys, as that snow is overspreading Delmarva. If you don't have to travel today, delay it until this weekend. We've got the snow, some rain along the coast, about an inch or two expected in Sussex County throughout the day. Higher amounts to the north and west, lesser amounts to the south and east. Here's a Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Frigid into the weekend. 20 Saturday, 30 Sunday, feeling like single digits. And then a big warm-up into next week. We're well into the 50s with rain beginning on Wednesday.
What can I say? All right. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick around.
And forever more news and coverage you can count on. Download our apps. Have a great Friday, everybody.